Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of the Generic Experience. My name is Eric Woods, and I am wearing pants today because this guy is pretty heavy. For those of you who don't know, this is Thor. He is a rescue dog, and he is very young still. A couple years, 2.5 years old maybe, close to 3. Had him since last November. So this episode is entitled Rescue, the Dogs and the Importance of Rescuing. I want to talk to you a little bit about how important it is, especially if you are looking to adopt a dog and possibly looking at rescue shelters first, instead of going out and just buying a dog from just somewhere. So I want to talk to you a little bit about dogs we have here at this house, and that's Thor and Hilda. Thor is, again, a young little, he's a Chihuahua mix. Definitely not your standard Chihuahua, the little bitty thing. He's got the Chihuahua face, but he's got a very big body. In fact, he was 22 pounds at his last visit to the vet, and he's got to lose some weight, don't you? Yeah, we're working on that. We're not sure what else he's mixed with. Possibly a terrier of some kind, but definitely a bigger dog. He is very active, definitely. Loves to run, loves to play, loves to eat. He is quite a fun little guy. He was, like I said, we got him back in November, and he was kind of, he had been there a while, and probably about a year, they said. One of the reasons was he had heartworm, and that's kind of a turnoff for some people, though if you treat the heartworm, it shouldn't be a problem. He ended up having to take a couple of shots to kind of kill the heartworm, and now he's on preventative medicine. The heartworm is gone. Last time we went to the vet, we checked on that, and it was all gone, so he's good to go. He can get out and run around and play again, which he loves to do. This guy's very territorial, so if you come up to the house, he will bark and howl and growl and everything else, but if we go to your house, he'll be just fine with you. Not sure what that's all about, but that's how he is. He's an active little guy. He's a good buddy. He likes to snuggle. He loves to give kisses. Usually when you're not paying attention, he likes to do a little kiss and run. So he is, yeah, he's kind of cool like that. Aren't you, buddy? Look at the camera. You don't look at the camera? No? Okay. So, yeah, he loves to, and if I'm standing here writing, he loves to get up right on me and stop. Speaking of that, thank you for those of you who watched last week's episode, sponsored by Pummeled, my book. So go to Amazon, buy it. You've read it, haven't you, buddy? He's going to get up here, aren't you? Up here and say hi. Yeah, isn't he cute? Look at that. Look at that little face. Yeah, he's a little mischievous one. He does love to play with his little adopted sister, Hilda. Let me show you her in just a minute. So, let me get down. Let me get down so I can show them the other one. Okay, hop down. I'll get you back here in a minute. Oh, come here, sweetie. There. Now, you've got this little munchkin is Hilda. She is a long-haired Chihuahua pug mix, and she is about 10 years old, so she's a senior dog. We adopted her the same time we adopted Maddox, and she is he's growling at something, and she was actually left. Her former owners moved and decided to just leave her at a shelter. I guess it's nice that it was a no-kill shelter that they left her at. But she is, yeah, like I said, 10 years old, and she's in good health. I'm going to let him out because he's being a little snot. Come on. Like I said, he likes to bark, so that's what this whole show is about. It's unscripted. She is, and that sounds like he's coming back. He, again, 10 years old senior. She is blind in one eye and has a cataract in the other, so she has a little bit of trouble getting around, or at least seeing to get around. She doesn't have trouble getting around. She's actually pretty spunky for her age. She can run around. She definitely likes to make her presence known when she's not getting enough attention. She likes to bark. She loves to attack Thor. It's funny, she'll just throw her body up against him, just thump, and bounce right off. It's kind of cute to watch. But she's very, very affectionate. She doesn't lick, though, like Thor. Thor licks unbelievably a lot. I mean, he just loves to lick. See, I got him to stop. She, on the other hand, is not like that, but she just loves, like she's doing right here. She just loves to snuggle. She's very low maintenance. And she's just got such a cute face. You may have seen the videos I've posted of her running around in her Wonder Woman outfit. Yeah, but as 10 years old, she still can't get around, so. Yeah, again, she was a rescue dog. We got both of them from Paws in Jacksonville, so give a plug to them. They have a lot of dogs out there, a lot of cats out there as well, if you're a cat person. So I gotta say, if you are interested in looking for dogs, definitely they're a local one here in the Central Illinois area to check out. There's also, of course, Sangamon County Animal Control, the APL. There's the Forever Feline Range for, like I said, if you're a cat person, if you want one of those. So I want to show you a picture of someone else. This is that was Maddox. He was we had him only about a year and a half, and he passed away back last November. He was very sick. Had some liver problems, had some fluid in his chest, and was just having a really hard time and couldn't make it through the surgery that they were trying to do on him. And then, so a few weeks later, we weren't even expecting to go looking for dogs, and lo and behold, Lisa found these two at Paws, and we went out there to look at them again, and lo and behold, we came home with two new pups that we'd adopted. So, and they are quite... they're a lot of fun. If you've ever had a dog before, you know how much fun they can be, and how you know, if you need to de-stress after a long day, if you come home, your dog is right there and wagging his tail and giving you kisses and sitting on your lap, and it's a great way to de-stress. Look at and she is just, well, she's just comfy here, isn't she? The thing about them, I mean, they're so much fun because you love to take them for walks, and you know, they play with their toys. She doesn't play with her toys as much. Thor loves to tear his toys up, so they give him some toys that are a lot tougher to tear up, so he has to work at it. But when he gets wound, he likes to chew on his toys, and he likes to play ball, throw the ball, bring it back, you know, that kind of thing. It's always fun to do that with him. He sometimes is jealous of her. You start petting her, if he's around, he'll come in and start pawing at you and smacking at you to pet him instead, doesn't he? And so it's kind of funny to watch that he's kind of jealous of her. And yeah, like I said, they love to do their little play fights, and a lot of times she starts it. So I wonder, they say when she lost her sight in one eye, it was from a dog fight. I wonder if she's actually the dog that started the fight, and that was the end result, because she has definitely got some character to her, don't you? You're not showing it right now. You're just tired, I guess, aren't you? You were up a lot last night. Yeah, you were. We just had National Dog Day the other day, so they got some ice cream, and it did not sit well with her. She was up a lot during the night, so we'll have to make sure we don't do that again, huh? But yeah, she's, like I said, low maintenance, loves to snuggle, loves to run around and, you know, tackle her little brother. So, yeah, this is Hilda. And I mean, the one thing you get from a dog is just unconditional love. You don't get attitude, usually. They may have caused some problems. They may have an accident or two in the house, and it happens. You know, they'll always have your back, I guess is the best way to put it, and they'll always be happy to see you. You have to come home and not be greeted by both of these two. And if she's not getting attention right when you get home, she starts barking. She doesn't look like she has much of a bark to her, but boy, she does have a bark when she wants to. When she wants attention, she's barking like crazy. Yep. Don't you? Oh, there you go. And she sheds. Oh my gosh, she sheds like crazy. I'm gonna have the dog hair all over me after this. So what I'm really wanting to get at is, if you're looking at getting a dog, and everybody should have a dog, and dogs are awesome. The first thing you need to go to is look at a shelter and get a rescue dog, because they're the ones who need it the most. Okay, they are the ones that have been abandoned, left behind. I mean, again, I know you don't know what they've been through up to this point, but they really deserve. They all deserve a home. And whenever I go to the APL or any of the animal shelters, I just want to take all the dogs home because they're just so adorable. And they just, they want out of their cages so bad, and they want a home, and they deserve a home. And especially even the senior dogs like Hilda here, I definitely recommend considering a senior dog if you want a low maintenance dog. If you think you can handle a dog like Thor, a young one like that. Trust me, he's keeping me in shape. That's for sure. We go on jogs every morning now, or at least a walk in the morning. He's really starting to like that. I'm going to let him back in here in just a second. I shall let him in right now. Put you over here, Hilda. There you go. Come here, Thor. Oh, I guess you found something. Okay, I guess he found something more entertaining. I thought I heard him outside. Oh, here he comes. Come on. Up here. Up. Come on. There we are. There you are. Good boy. Hope you got rid of that. Whatever was going on out there, just scare him off. Scare off those squirrels. He loves to chase squirrels, too. He can jump really high off the ground, trying to get a squirrel in a tree. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah, and you're a jealous one, too, of your sister. Yes, you are. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. Like I said, APL, PAWS, Sangamon County Animal Control. Those are some of the bigger ones. Or go online. There's a Pet Finder website. You can put in your zip code or your address, and they will find like the dogs that are closest to you, or any of the animals that are available close to you. Definitely look at them. Call them if you want to and ask questions. A lot of them have information on how old they are, what breed they believe them to be, again, weight, age, any kind of health issues that they might have. So, yeah, definitely I would recommend for people wanting to adopt a dog to go to the shelters first. Fortunately, you have your shelters like PAWS and APL that are no-kill shelters, so they will hang on to the dogs as long as they have to. Dogs and cats both. So maybe even go to the animal control place first, just because they are not a no-kill shelter, unfortunately. At least that's what I believe. That's what I've been told. So they have the pictures up for adoption, so that you should be able to find whatever kind of dog you're looking for. Now, I do understand that some people do want to raise a dog from a puppy. You have that idea of you want to get this pup and you want to raise him from the beginning, and I understand that too. So, not saying that that's wrong. So, I would always urge, especially people who don't really care about a certain breed, they just want a companion. They think dogs are fun. They love dogs. To definitely go to the shelters first to find. You'll probably find a good friend at that shelter, or maybe even like we did. We found two. So that's, these dogs that are living in these shelters, they need homes, and they can provide so much fun, can't they? Yes. Now, I'm going to bore you a little bit with some facts, okay? And maybe this will scare you into getting a dog. According to the SPCA, approximately 6.5 million companion animals enter U.S. animal shelters nationwide every year, okay? Now, each year, approximately 1.5 million shelter animals have to be euthanized. So that's about 670,000 dogs and about 860,000 cats, unfortunately. That's sad. That's a really high number. I'm sorry, but it's a very high number. And approximately 3.2 million shelter animals are adopted each year. So that's about a little over 1.5 million dogs and 1.5 million cats, roughly, about 1.6 million each. So that is how many that end up in the shelter. So fortunately, more end up in homes than being euthanized, which is good. But I'd love to see that number of dogs, especially dogs and cats being euthanized, go way down. So and these shelters also spay and neuter the dogs and cats that come in there. So it's that kind of helps control the population. I think that's also a good thing. So again, I would just completely urge you to take a look at the shelters. Go to the websites if you want to go to the shelters right away, and you'll see some of the dogs and cats that they have there. And just, if you're a dog person like me, you just want to take them all home. You want to play with them all. If I could find a career where I just got to play with dogs all day and I could actually make a living doing it, that's probably what I would do. Yeah. And if he'd like me to stay home every day. He doesn't like me getting out of bed in the morning. He will climb on top of my legs and just put all his weight down and won't let me get up. when I do manage to get up, then he's excited because he knows he's going to go outside for a WALK. I can't say the word because sometimes it gets him a little too excited and it's not time for that yet. We already went on one. Yes, we did. Yeah. He's a good boy, too. He's a really good boy. He's very friendly when to us, anyway. He's friendly to the people he knows. And if he gets to know you, he becomes your best friend, especially if you have food. Bring him food and he'll be your best friend. He'll never leave you alone. It's funny to watch him at night. He loves human food, too. That's probably why he's got a little pooch on him and he needs to lose some weight. Also because the heartworm, when we had to give him the heartworm shots, he had to remain pretty much kenneled a lot during the day and wasn't able to run around so much because they say that can cause blood clots and actually kill the dog. So we had to keep him calm, keep him leash walked, and not, keep him from being really active and running around. And that probably didn't help a whole lot. But now we're getting out a lot and getting a lot of exercise and eating better and watching what we eat. And of course, he likes to scrounge and get into the garbage and find whatever he can. Yeah, but he's a good boy. And Hilda's back there digging into a pillow. So she's finding her comfortable spot. You go get her? No? What are you doing? There you go. Okay. All right. Well, I've pretty much bored you enough with my thoughts on about how to about the importance of rescue when it comes to animals, especially if, again, I know there are a lot of cat people out there, but I'm a dog person myself. We do have a cat as well. She was rescued several years ago, actually. She's a one-eyed tortoiseshell cat. She's also on the senior end as well. So, again, just basically look at the shelters and pick out, just not, I wouldn't even say pick out, you don't want to shop. You want to adopt. You want to find a perfect dog that suits your personality with their personality, and you won't go wrong. Dogs are wonderful. I've had dogs here and there since I was a kid. They're always fun, and can't say enough good things about them. Every time I see somebody walking a dog, I want to go up and play with them, and I know that's not what you're supposed to do. So anyway, again, thank you very much for tuning in to episode 2. It's not nearly as long as the first one, but I never really set a specified time on how long these are going to be. Again, still going to plug my book, especially coming up on the holidays. So if you are looking for a Christmas idea, tell your friends or family to buy you this. Or if you have an idea for a friend or family member who likes to read, go to Amazon.com and you will find the book there. You can also contact me directly if you want an autographed copy. So thank you very much again for tuning in to the Generic Experience, episode 2. Next week, I will be covering, of course, my number one team, best team in baseball, the Chicago Cubs. I've been a fan my whole life, just about. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about my history with my enjoyment with the team and kind of my opinion, a little editorial on how the team has done the last few years, as well as where I think they're going in the future. So thank you a lot for watching, and have a good day.